You know that feeling when you have a dream that's so incredibly real, so detailed that for a few seconds after you wake up, you're not quite sure where you are? Well, today, we're going to dive into a dream just like that. It's a story set in the year 2025 about a man named Mike who finds himself back in the Philippines joining a fight against corruption. Let's unpack what it all means.
Because this isn't just about a strange dream. It's really a journey into the subconscious that brings up a huge question. What can one person's dream really tell us about the heart of a country and that powerful, undeniable pull of home for those living far away?
And that's the real heart of it, right? As this analysis points out, this dream is happening right at the crossroads of three huge things. That feeling of duty to your country, the very personal question of who am I, and the one-of-a-kind experience of being an expatriate, a Filipino working and living overseas.
All right, so let's get into the dream itself. It's late December 2025, and our narrator, Mike, is back in the Philippines. But he's not there for vacation. Nope, he's there for a reason. He's joined the activists on the streets, part of a movement to fight for a better future for the country. His subconscious has literally dropped him right into the middle of it all.
So the dream kicks off with Mike at the home of a lawyer who is only identified as Addie R.G. The whole house is just buzzing with political discussion. As it gets later and later, Mike gets ready to head out, but the lawyer stops him, saying, "Mike, stay here for the night. It's too late to go." And just like that, the dream takes its first really unexpected turn.
So Mike says yes, but then he finds out he's actually going to be sharing a single bed with his host. The original account of the dream is very specific. It says, "I didn't expect to be sleeping next to Tommy G. We slept soundly, back to back." The dream really makes it clear how innocent and simple this was. Just a moment of trust. And then, because it's a dream, the subconscious throws in this total curveball. The narrator remembers saying he wasn't gay, and in a flash of that weird dream logic, he looks over and thinks to himself, turns out we were both tomboys. It's this funny, quirky little detail that just reminds you, yeah, we are definitely in the strange, unpredictable world of a dream.
But the vibe of a dream can change in an instant, right? The peace of the night is shattered the next morning. Mike wakes up before his host and finds himself facing a totally unexpected trial, her family. As the family starts to wake up and come into the living room, they are just completely horrified. I mean, put yourself in their shoes. There's this strange, unshaven man sleeping on their couch right next to their daughter. The dream makes you feel their shock and their worry.
And the family matriarch, she does not hold back. She asks them point blank, "Why did you let him sleep here? Have you no shame?" She's worried about their reputation. But attorney RG stands up for him. She just says it was too late at night for him to go home. You can just feel the tension in the air, with Mike, this total stranger, caught right in the middle.
So how does Mike handle this? Well, he basically has to pass a test. Step 1, the first impression. Not so great. He looks like a scruffy stranger. Step 2, the interrogation, as the family tries to figure out who he is. But then comes the turning point. Step 3, the introduction. He simply says, "I am Mike, and I am a teacher." And with that one sentence, everything changes.
And this next moment shows just how much everything changed. The test is over, he passed. As Mike is getting ready to leave, the matriarch, the very same woman who was so suspicious, comes over to him. He was just going to shake her hand, but nope, she pulls him into a hug and gives him a kiss on the cheek. He's been fully accepted. Okay, so he's passed the family test, but now he leaves the warmth of that home, and the dream journey brings him right back to why he was there in the first place, the struggle. He steps outside, walks until he finds the other activists, and the whole atmosphere shifts again.
And this next scene is so telling. Mike stops for a moment by a construction site. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out this crumpled up wad of US dollars, and just starts carefully counting them, right there in the street. This one little action sets up a really powerful contrast.
Why is that so important? Well, because in that same moment, his thoughts immediately go to the activists. He remembers hearing how they desperately needed reinforcement, and not just money for food, but funding to keep the entire movement going. His respect for what they are sacrificing just gets deeper and deeper.
And this is where it all clicks into place. It's this split between two totally different realities. On one side, you've got Mike, the expatriate. He's got foreign currency, and he has an exit strategy. He plans to go back to America in a year. But on the other side are the local activists, fighting on their home turf, struggling for funds with absolutely no end in sight.
And it seems like that profound realization, that stark contrast, is the very thing that triggers the end of the dream. As Mike is standing there on that street in the Philippines, a thought about his other life, his real life, starts to bubble up to the surface.
And look at how perfectly the dream resolves itself. He's in the Philippines, fully committed to the fight, and the very last question that pops into his head is, how will I get back to America? And with that question, his eyes snap open. The dream is over, and reality itself provides the answer. He's already in America.
So what do we call this incredible experience that Mike had? You could call it the expatriate's echo. It's that deep, powerful subconscious pull of home, a longing so strong that it literally builds entire worlds in your sleep, mixing up feelings of duty, questions of identity, and powerful memories all into one story you'll never forget.
Ultimately, when you boil it all down, this is so much more than just one person's dream. As the source material puts it so well, it's a dream that reminds every single one of us of our own deep-seated hopes and of the places our own hearts are always longing to return to, no matter how close or far away we are.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought to take away. If our dreams are like a window into our deepest selves, what are your dreams telling you about the place that you truly call home?